I'm going to be taking you guys through my Saturday morning routine. This is a high test morning routine. If you want to be high test and you want to start your day off right, and Saturday is a great way to do high test activities, to get outside, to be in sunlight, to eat the right foods, to go to the gym, to hit legs, to do all of the right things to boost your testosterone. Saturday is a wonderful day to do it. So, I'm going to take you guys through my entire morning routine. And for the first hour and 30 minutes of the day, what I do is deep work. Okay. So, at about 6 to 6:30, depending on what day it is, sometimes I do have to go into the office, and that makes me wake up at 6. But on a day like today, 6:30 is when I wake up in the morning. And for the first 30 minutes, I don't look at my phone at all. And the reason why is because in the morning, your cortisol is high. And if you're looking at your phone and you're getting stimulated, you're just spiking your cortisol, increasing it when you want your cortisol to lower, you want to relax, and you want to start the day off strong. Okay, so that is a key thing to note. I leave my phone in the other room when I go to sleep, and I don't look at it for the first 30 minutes or the last 30 minutes when I go to bed. Okay, so outside of that, what I do when I wake up is I'll drink 32 ounces of water, have a little bit of salt as well to refuel your electrolytes. Okay, so when you sleep, a lot of the time you're sweating, you're losing a lot of the electrolytes. So your body needs that replenishment when you first wake up. So it's very essential to hydrate. If you have a headache or if you have a different types of things going on in the morning, it's because you are dehydrated. Okay, so you want to wake up and you want to hydrate and you want to get some salt, minerals, whatever it is. If you have electrolytes, I guess you can use that. I only do 100% natural things. And so I just use a little bit of pink Himalayan salt when I wake up. Next, what I'll do is I'll make my bed, take a cold shower, meditate for 10 minutes, and then do an hour and a half of deep work. And then I'll eat. Then I'll make my coffee, which is what I'm going to show you guys today. I only do 100% natural whole foods. Okay. And this is how we are destined to eat. How we were made to eat as human beings. We weren't made to eat processed foods, to eat cake, to eat cookies, to eat chocolate chips, to eat Chipotle, to eat any of these foods that have seed oils, that have bad stuff in them that are going to cause harm to your body. When your ancestors were walking around, they were all high testosterone. They were all shredded. They were all jacked without having to pick up a weight, without having to lift because of their diet, right? Their diet, they had no choice but it to be 100% locked in. They had to go kill for their food. They had to kill real animals and eat them, right? So they were getting red meat all the time. They were eating eggs all the time. They were eating good, whole, natural foods all of the time. And that literally made society. It made our civilization. If you are feeling low energy, low mood, it is because of your diet. That is the reason why. And when I was, earlier on in college and right after school, my diet mainly, I was really lifting hard. I was trying to get bigger, trying to get stronger. And my diet consisted of pasta, protein shakes, chicken, broccoli, just bullshit like cereal, Eggo waffles, like all of these foods that are processed and not good foods. And even though I was young and in my 20s and working out and in good shape, I still didn't feel my best. I didn't feel good. I didn't have energy. I didn't have mood. I would have to take naps. I would still jack off. I was still doing things that were dumb. I was still drinking, right? And so anything that is not natural, you should just not put it in your body, right? Alcohol, drugs, weed, these are all things that aren't really natural, right? They aren't things you should be putting in your body. If you don't really see animals doing it, like real wild animals, because you're an animal at the end of the day, so you should fuel yourself like an animal. Your body is a temple and your body is a source that can either, the food you put into your body is something that can either give you energy, give you mood, give you greater health, or it can derail you, right? And the taste of food always goes away, no matter what. Even if you don't like steak, even if you don't like ground beef, eggs, rice, fruits, right? The taste of it goes away, but the result never goes away, right? Even if I hate these foods, I would still eat them because after I finish digesting the food and completely eating it, there's no need to worry about the taste, but the result I get is always 100% good every single time, right? And a lot of you guys, you're just eating for taste instead of eating for the result you're going to get because taste goes away. The result always does not. Okay. What I do in the morning when I eat my eggs is I will take a little bit of vitamin D and a little bit of boron as well as some creatine before the gym today. So That is what I do every single morning. And the reason why I take vitamin D is because vitamin D is a pro-hormone. Another thing, if you don't take boron, highly recommend you guys take about 6 milligrams of boron every single day. And the reason why you want to do that is because boron increases free testosterone. So there's total testosterone and there's free testosterone. And the more free testosterone you have, the more total testosterone you are going to be able to produce in your body. So you want to have the ability to increase your free testosterone. That's what boron helps with. But additionally, when you are buying these supplements, watch out for anything with soy oil, soybean oil, sunflower seed oil. These seed oils and soys are going to kill your testosterone, right? They are not good for you. They are estrogenic and they are going to hurt your testosterone levels. And when I was first buying supplements, I wasn't reading the ingredient list. I wasn't doing that. And it hurt me because I would start out with these supplements and they'd have sunflower seed oil, soybean oil, and these oils that are killing my testosterone. Even though I was taking vitamin D, it had these elements and products in it. And so it was just like wiping out the effect of the vitamin D. The reverse osmosis system is good because it filters out all of that stuff, but it doesn't have any of those vitamins, any of those minerals that Mountain Valley spring water will have. And the reason why I do this is because water, and our water today, has a lot of chemicals, has a lot of heavy metals, has like residue of birth control. It just has a bunch of BS in there. And whenever I put the water from the faucet into here, the TDS is, which is basically like the water quality, is always like 120, 130, 140. And then after I filtrate it, it goes to about 4 or 5. And if you're using a Brita filter, right, a Brita is good. It can take out some of that stuff. But after I used the Brita, I put it in here to see what it was at. And the Brita only got it down to like 70 TDS. So you want to have this reverse osmosis system. This only cost me like $200. It's not that much, and you get good quality, clean water every single day. The older and more life experience I get, the more I realize, A, how many distractions there are out there, and B, the thing that you want isn't really the thing that you want, right? So the thing you want, it might be, a car, a girl, an apartment, a house on the beach, a mansion, a compound, an island, a fucking amusement park. Whatever you want isn't actually the thing that you want. I'm starting to realize it's not necessarily those things that I want. The thing that I want is the ability to be able to get that thing over and over and over again. Because a lot of people that you see that get money, quick money, fast money, they blow it. It's gone. It's through the wind. It's in and out, right? I think the thing you want isn't necessarily the thing you want, right? You might want to live in Miami, but what does living in Miami actually signal? Signals status, it signals wealth, it signals living a cool life, living in an exotic place, right? The car that you want isn't necessarily, you just want that car because it can go 0 to 60 that fast and it has a certain engine, maybe, but you really want that car because it looks cool, it will attract more girls, it'll go fast, people will look at you, you'll have more status, more power, more wealth, whatever it is, right? And the thing for me that I'm starting to realize is it's not really money that I'm chasing, it's freedom. The thing you're chasing isn't necessarily the woman or the car or the money, but it's the deeper purpose and the why behind it. Like, why do you want that car? Why do you want that money? Why do you want that thing? Right? It's because of what it signals. It's because of the intrinsic value that it signals from you being able to achieve that, right? It signals that you were disciplined, you were consistent, you worked hard to be able to go get that car, to be able to go get that physique, to be able to go get that money. Whatever you're able to achieve and whatever you're able to have, it's come from the work you put in, the things you've done, and the character you developed and the skills you've honed, right? That's what it's about. You're not necessarily chasing the external thing, you're chasing the internal thing. You're developing the internal thing so you can get the external thing. So when something bad happens or catastrophic happens, which it always does, like so many people, they've built it up and then it gets taken away and then they built it back up and then it gets taken away and then they build it up and then it's just consistent and they keep building, right? That's what happens to a lot of people. And the reason why they're always able to come back and, have the same amount of wealth, same amount of success, same level of achievement, it's not because of a certain product or a certain service. Maybe it was cool, but it's because they developed the skills. It's because they developed the character. It's because they developed the traits to be able to go and do that time after time, day after day, no matter what external thing was happening. A lot of this stuff is just a distraction, right? Think about all the stuff. That girl that you are in love with because of her Instagram is hot, that's a distraction. The YouTube channel that you watch that provides no value to you at all, that's a distraction. The TV you watch, the sports you watch, the movies you watch, right? The alcohol you drink, the weed you smoke, the drugs you take, the porn you watch, all of that stuff is just a distraction, right? And all of it is made to keep you where you are, to keep you distracted, and to keep you in the same position that you were 5 years ago, 3 years ago. How many people you see in their life never progresses? You got to stop distracting yourself. You're distracting yourself from the work you know you need to do. And that was me for so long. I was just distracting myself, watching YouTube, watching NBA, watching sports, right? You know, these are all things you're watching other men living out their purpose, other men doing the things they want to do, other men creating content, and you are just consuming. You are just distracting. If you're not creating, if you're not actually doing something, you're kind of just distracted. And yes, there's always a place to learn and hone your skills and develop, right? That is something that is not a distraction, right? You have to understand that if you're getting value, if you're learning something, and then you go and apply it, that is time that is well spent. But if you are learning information, if you're getting stuff, but then you're not applying it and your behavior doesn't change, then you're wasted your time. Okay, so a lot of the things out there, they aren't changing your behavior. They aren't making you any better. You're not learning anything. You're not really educating yourself and then applying that education so you can get better. What you're doing is you're just being entertained. You're just being distracted. And then maybe you do take in some of that information. You do like watch educational YouTube videos, right? But then you don't apply it to your life. Anything you consume, if you don't change your behavior and apply it to your life, you wasted your time, right? So a lot of the things that people consume, alcohol, drugs, weed, YouTube, TV, there's no behavior change from it. There's nothing that changed. There's nothing that you improved on. There's nothing that you learned from it. There's nothing that you got from it. All you got was wasted money, wasted time, wasted resources, wasted energy that you could have been spending on putting it into bettering yourself and bettering your life and living a life of freedom. On a little walk to the gym. I'm blessed enough to live like 5-minute walk away from the gym. So we're going to be hitting some shoulders and arms today. Going to be getting jacked. It's Valentine's Day and I'm lifting alone, but fuck it, I don't need no bitch. So I'm gonna get after it today. Have a flight to Colorado later. We're gonna go on a little ski trip, so that's why I'm not hitting legs. But yeah, hopefully you found some value in some of the stuff I was talking about earlier. I really just think the main purpose of life is to chase freedom and to be able to do what you want. That's all that really matters. At the end of the day, you only have one life to live, so that's what you should chase and that's what you should go after and become the best version of yourself and live in God's image. That's all it's really about. So let's get straight to this workout, straight to this lift. I haven't filmed here before, so we'll see how it goes. And Saturday morning, so it might be packed, but